it's been 10 years if it's been a day.
Well, hello there, everybody. I am back. Oh my, am I back? Kind of, maybe, a little bit, somewhat, sort of.
That made no sense.
It has been 3 months, I think, thereabouts, since I have posted on this channel, and there's good reason for that. So I thought I would come back here and do a little medically related Animal Crossing design while I explain where I've been. I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail, but I did want to explain a little bit about where I've been and why I've been gone for so long, just so you get an idea of why. So on August 10th, which was, as I said, 3 months ago, I woke up with a uncomfortably swollen tongue. And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, what? A swollen tongue? That sounds awful. And you're right. It was awful. Awfully uncomfortable.
That's an understatement.
So I, on August 10th, went to the hospital because I was worried at that time that I was having an allergic reaction to something and that's why my tongue was swelling. Well, as it turns out, I did not have a swollen tongue from an allergic reaction. I had a swollen tongue from a seizure that I had in my sleep. I had the seizure in my sleep and I bit my tongue so much that it swelled.
Oh, fun.
That is why I initially took the break to begin with, because it was so swollen that I could barely speak and it was really painful. So I went to the hospital and they told me, well, go to a neurologist. So I did. I went to a neurologist and he said, you know, sometimes we have seizures. And if you only have one, then we're good. But if you have more than one, then you might have to go on a seizure medication. So I said, great, I'm only going to have one. That's the plan. And I went on my merry way and waited for my tongue to heal.
But then...
Well, it was right around when I was starting to think about picking up the channel again in October that I had my second and third nocturnal seizure. And these were a bit more, let's call them severe. I call them that because when I had my second and third seizures in October, I woke up 7 days later in the ICU. Turns out I bit my tongue so hard that I couldn't breathe. And I had to be intubated, which is when they put an oxygen tube down your throat. But in my case, they couldn't get the tube down my throat because my tongue was in the way. So they had to put it through my nose instead. So that was fun and an exciting time for my family. They really loved that. That was just so fun for them.
Do I detect a note of sarcasm?
For me, I was in a medically induced coma for those 7 days, so I was fine, pretty much. But my family, my poor family, really did not enjoy that very much. I'm laughing, but it's not funny. I'm laughing because if I don't know what I'll do.
At times like this, I guess all you can do is laugh.
So for 7 days I was in a coma, and then they took the intubation tube out, and I woke up in the ICU, confused and alarmed, but I had to stay in the ICU for 2 more days after that. So I was in the ICU for 9 days total, and then they moved me to a regular, not ICU room for another few days. I was total in the hospital for 13 days, so almost 2 weeks. And it was during that time when they diagnosed me with epilepsy.
Hooray!
I know, isn't that so exciting? Not really, but it is something. It's definitely something. So after I got out of the hospital with my epilepsy diagnosis, I just had to recover a bit from being in the hospital and also specifically being in the ICU. It's like it's a whole thing in there, man. Like, it's wild up in the ICU. If you've been in there before, you know. And if you haven't, good. Stay away. Stay out of there. It sucks. I will say, though, that the staff that worked in the ICU really genuinely were wonderful people. And I just want to take this moment. It's not really related to what I was talking about before, but I just want to say this. I just want to take this moment for you to stop and appreciate nursing staff specifically. Doctors are great and I love them too, but like nursing staff, oh my God. They really keep places running. So just, yeah. So if you are a nurse, I appreciate you and the effort that you put in to your job. And if you know someone who is a nurse, give them a shout out. They deserve it. It's not an easy job. It's really, really, really not an easy job.
I will step off of my soapbox now.
Now, I've been back home for almost a month, and my tongue is, it's healing. It still hurts like I can't believe. Oh my God, it hurts so much. But I can speak fairly clearly, so that's good. That's a positive thing. That means things are getting better, so I'll take it. But that is where I've been for the past 3 months, is I've been either dealing with the aftermath of a seizure or actively in the hospital. So that's just, if you've been curious about why I disappeared for 3 months, that is what happened.
So there you go.
I am doing much better now. So that is the great news there, is I'm doing much better now. I am recovering well, and I am staying very up to date on my seizure medication, which is called Keppra, if you're curious. And if you've heard of Keppra, I'm sorry, because that means you either have seizures or you know someone with seizures, and that sucks. Seizures suck. They really do. Now, I've been fortunate enough that I've actually only ever had seizures in my sleep, but nocturnal seizures come with their own set of, let's just say, setbacks. Let's call it that. I do consider myself lucky that I am sleeping through most of my seizures, but I'm also very uncomfortable with the idea that I could go to sleep and just not wake up again, because that is a distinct possibility with nocturnal seizures. Anyway, this is not a normal tone for this channel. If you've seen this channel before, you know that I'm usually much more lighthearted than this. But it's kind of hard to talk about this subject and be lighthearted. It's a complicated thing.
That's one way to put it.
But what I will say is that I want to get back to this channel, not because I feel some sort of obligation to do so, but because I genuinely miss creating content. That's really what I wanted to do all along, is just be entertaining and entertain everybody here. And I miss doing that. I miss making entertainment. And so I want to try to do that again. I want to try to get back into the flow of things. And I can't guarantee that it will be fast or smooth. Because you see, the Keppra that I mentioned earlier, my anti-seizure medication, also has the wonderful side effect of being really, really powerfully sedative. That was a bad sentence.
Too much bad grammar.
What I mean is that, as a whole, Keppra makes me tired. It makes me very, very sleepy, and it's hard to concentrate sometimes. I have to take naps every now and then. It's supposed to get better. I have read from other people who are on Keppra that they do eventually get used to it and it gets better. So I am clinging to the hope that my Keppra experience will get better, because if I don't get over this tiredness soon, they're going to switch me to another one that will come with a whole other bunch of side effects. So I'm trying to avoid that, especially because if you know anything about Keppra, then you'll know it's actually one of the oldest anti-seizure medications on the market and one of the most trusted ones. So I would like to stay on the one that we all know and love.
Fingers crossed.
All in all, these last 3 months have been a learning curve, to say the least, and it's been hard to focus on anything else. So that's where I've been, that's what I've been doing, that's what I've been putting up with. But I'm back-ish, and I want to try to continue to be back-ish. And why I keep saying ish and not committing fully is because I don't know how often I'll be able to put out content. In the past, before this whole incident happened, I was posting 3 videos a week. Not Monday. What was it? Oh my God, I don't remember. Was it Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday?
Yes.
I genuinely can't remember. That's another thing that I've noticed since I've had my seizures. I've been having some not great memory. So things are a bit fuzzy. I don't remember a lot. So it's been rough. But I think it was Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, if I remember correctly. Or Saturday? No, it wasn't Saturday. It was Sunday. I don't know. I'll look it up. I have it written down somewhere.
You were right the first time.
But what I do know is that I don't think I'll be able to keep up that schedule just quite yet. I'm still healing, and I'm also still trying to figure out how to stay awake on this Kepra. It really does not want me to stay awake. So I've been trying pretty hard to fight that urge to take a nap every time I want to take a nap, but sometimes I give in and I take a nap.
I love naps.
So my goal currently is to actually make 1 video a week and try to slowly get back into the groove of things, but I don't know how that will go. I'm not making any promises because I am prioritizing health first. And I think everyone here respects that because I have gotten some just wonderfully supportive comments since I announced on my channel 3 months ago that I was taking a break. Pretty much every comment that I got was people saying, take your time, there's no need to rush, and, you know, we understand that health is a thing. And I just want to say I really truly appreciate that because it made me feel better about the fact that I felt I was abandoning this channel, which I wasn't, but it, you know, feelings are complicated and they make me feel things.
Well, that's how it works.
So I just wanted to thank everyone here for their patience and understanding that, you know, I was gone for much longer than I planned to be gone for. And also for your concern. It touched my heart to see so many comments just being concerned for me and just being nice to me. I do appreciate it with all my heart. So I wanted to make this video to say thank you, tell you where I've been, and also, you know, tell you that I do want to come back genuinely so I, you know, can have fun again on this channel. I miss that. I miss being able to have fun on this channel. And it's not been easy to be away for so long. But I do think I will be able to come back soon-ish. And that's pretty exciting, I think.
Yeah, it is.
So I think that's all the serious stuff that I wanted to cover in this video. I can't think of anything else really that I wanted to cover. So now I'm just gonna continue struggling with this redesign. I wanted to redesign the hospital on the island because of my recent hospital experience, but God, this is terrible. This looks awful. My old design was so much better. Froggy chair, of course. Froggy chair. If you're wondering what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to make like a little kids area. Like, you know when you go to a doctor's office in the waiting room, there's always like a kids area where they have a little toy, you know, thing. That's what I'm trying to do here. It's kind of working.
Not really.
Oh, there is actually one more thing I wanted to say, which is that I think, if I remember correctly, which I fully admit I might not be remembering correctly because I don't remember a lot of things right now, but I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that I have a fully edited Hyrule Warriors episode just sitting in my thing waiting to be, I think, reviewed. I like to watch them once and make sure I didn't do anything too stupid in there. And then I think I can release it. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's true. So if it is, there should be a Hyrule Warriors episode in the wings. But like I said, don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on anything right now, please.
Preach.
I do know that I'm going to have to watch a few of my videos because I don't remember the plot of the games I was playing. I was playing Hyrule Warriors and Xenoblade Chronicles, the first one, the definitive edition. And was I playing one more?
Yes.
I can't remember. I told you, my memory is so bad now. It's wild. It's wild how terrible my memory is now. It's been coming back. It's been getting better, so I'm not too worried. But at the moment, it's very much like, where has your memory gone, girly? What's wrong with you? I'll tell you what's wrong with me. Epilepsy. I have epilepsy. And I am still working on trying to figure out what kind of epilepsy I have. I just had a mobile EEG done, which is when they attach the brain scan electrodes to your head, and then you just have to wear them for 3 days. That was uncomfortable, but I did do it. So hopefully we'll get some information from that, and we'll work to see what kind of epilepsy I have, which will help in maintaining order over it. Because the goal is to not have any more seizures. Not only are they uncomfortable and make me bite my tongue in my sleep, but they're also just, like, really bad for you, you know? They're, like, super bad for your brain. Shocking, I know.
Who'da thunk it?
So it's everyone's goal to, you know, not have seizures if you can at all help it. So the Keppra is, so far, to my knowledge, working, but we would like to keep at that and try to figure out what kind of epilepsy I have just so we can better understand what's going on inside my stupid noggin. So please rejoin me as I reacquaint myself with the concept of this channel and filming and just trying to get things back in order, because it's gonna be a wild ride for me and I would love some company on it. Now, I said earlier that I was done and then I went back on and started talking about it again. That is something I've been doing a lot. It's just kind of always on my mind, but I do think that will fade as well, the more I get away from the hospital experience. So I'm going to try to avoid it if at all possible, because it's not fun for everyone to listen to me complain about my medical woes.
You could say that again!
So we are gonna move on from that topic and we're gonna focus on trying to make this waiting room less unattractive. I'm too deep in this now. I have to keep going. I can't redo this whole thing, but boy, am I not liking the way this is looking. I think it might be slightly better now that I've put some stuff on the counters and stuff, but I'm just not feeling this. I think I'm gonna add a gurney here, so it's like, you know, it's gonna be like right in the entrance, kind of. It's gonna block people walking, but that's not their problem. So, like, you know, you're sick and you're coming in. It's an emergency gurney situation. This is supposed to be a hospital. It's not supposed to be a doctor's office. This is supposed to be a hospital, but I made it into more of like a doctor's office. But yeah. There's going to be a gurney right there, and that's going to be, like, representative of the emergency going into the back room where the actual hospital is. That makes sense, right?
No, not really, no.
Now, I can say with confidence that every doctor's office I've ever been in has had TVs. Can you choose what's on the screen? I can't remember. I don't think you can choose what's on the screen. No, you can just choose the color. It would be ideal if I could choose the screen, because they always have some, like, weird medical-related thing on the screen, and it's always, like, it seems like it's made for doctor's offices. It's really weird. And this doctor's office is rich, so they have a lot of screens. But don't worry, no one in my hospital has to pay for it. I might be from the US, but I don't believe in the medical practices here.
Yeah, getting political.
I think I like that a little more. I still prefer my old version better, but I already cleared everything out before I started filming. So I can't go back. And I'm not going to try to recreate it because I'm already getting tired. I don't know how much longer I can keep filming. So we're going to stick with this waiting room. It's not the worst waiting room. You can get some water. You can read some magazines. If you got kids, there's plenty of toys. And there's a check-in slot right here where you got to fill out a medical questionnaire. It's all good. It's all gravy. So let's head to the back. Wait, she's not letting me go to the back. Oh my God. What just happened?
You're stupid. That's what just happened.
I'm not allowed to redesign the back? Hello? I feel like there is a way. Oh, this is supposed to be a waiting area. Okay, good. I feel like there's a way I was gonna be able to go to the other room, but I can't remember how. So, yeah. I wasn't gonna change the back room too much anyway, but there were a few things I wanted to change. So I'm gonna see if I can. See, like, I wanted to take that money off the thing. That was supposed to be like, you know, you take stuff out of your pockets and you put it on the side table. I wanted to do that, but I don't like the way that money looks. It looks like, I don't know, it's just weird having a bag of money there. Especially the way they're highlighting it right now. You see what I mean? It's weird. The headphones kind of make sense to me, but I don't like the bag of money, so I wanted to change that, but I don't know how.
Well, that's because you're an idiot.
Okay, let me go back here. You didn't tell me what you want to do yet, is what she keeps saying to me. Let me do the other room. I'm so confused. Lottie, why won't you let me go to the other room? Oh, you know what, y'all? I did this backwards. That's the exit to the... I did this backwards. I'm not changing it for the most part, but I am gonna do a couple things here. Oh, lordy, lordy Lou.
That's embarrassing.
So you have to walk through the seating area to get to reception, you know? Sometimes that happens. Sometimes the person who models the hospital doesn't know what they're doing. Yeah, see? Ah, that's too funny. Okay. All right, mysteries are getting solved. I may have lost a few brain cells along the way, but that's all right. It's all gonna be all right.
Is it though?
Oh, God. Now, what should I put here instead of money? I think this was the problem I had last time, is I don't really know what else to put there instead of money, because everything else is kind of weird. But, oh, what about this? A key tray. No, you wouldn't be carrying a full key tray. Now, can I have just a wallet? Do I have just a wallet? I don't think so. Ooh, but maybe I can put a purse there. That would be a good thing to put there. Now, what kind of purse? Oh, I like this one. Oh, I can't put that there. Oh, bummer. Okay. Maybe a hat? Yeah. The hat will go on a mannequin head, though. That's right. Okay, well, that'll look weird, too. That'll bother me, too. I am starting to realize why I put money there. Maybe I'll just have to put a makeup pouch. I don't love it, but I do think it might be better than the money. Now, I actually am quite happy with the rest of this. I think it looks pretty good, honestly, but I do think maybe it could use something else in this area. I think this back area is pretty solid. It's more of like a checkup room than a true hospital. But, you know, maybe instead of having one of these beds, I could have a hospital bed, because I do have those. This looks a lot like the hospital bed I was in, and I hated mine. It was made of plastic, which is necessary. It's very necessary to have it made of plastic, but boy is it uncomfortable. I do kind of like that more, actually, I think. Even though the other one is called an exam table, and I think that's more accurate to what this room is, I think I like the look of this bed more, so we're gonna go with that. And then... I can also see why I didn't do anything else with this area, because I can't think of anything else to do with this area. I do think it needs something, but what?
You're saying it weird. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
Let me know. You tell me what you think it needs, because I feel like it needs something, but I can't put my finger on it. Maybe a table? And then maybe like some medical supplies on top of it. I don't really have medical supplies. All I have is this first aid kit, which I feel like you would need more than just a first aid kit if you're in the hospital. But you know what? We're gonna put them in there anyway. I am still fully open to suggestions of what else I can do with this area because it's lacking in some way. But that's all right. I'm still pretty happy with it. And there we have it. I redesigned the hospital areas while I explained what I was doing in the past 3 months, and it's fine. It's the hospital, it could be better, but it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Oh yeah, it wants me to name it. You know what I'm gonna name it? Sacred Heart, because Scrubs is coming back, y'all. Did you hear about that? You watch Scrubs? Or are you too young? I don't know. I watch Scrubs. I love that show. I don't know if it's gonna be good coming back, but they brought back the whole main cast, so that's a good sign. I'm hopeful. Cautiously optimistic.
Fingers crossed.
And I do believe that is gonna have to do it for me today. I know this episode was a little shorter than usual, and also probably much more boring and slower than usual, but that's, you know, that it comes with the territory. It's very hard to make something lighthearted when you're talking about epilepsy. I did my best, okay?
Doing the best I can!
But I do believe I'm gonna be getting back to normal a little bit every week. I'm gonna be getting closer to more normal. So fingers crossed things are gonna be easier for me making content in the long run. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't, but that's okay. So please come and join me once again on this channel for more adventures. I'm gonna try my best to do everything I can to be the content creator you know and like. And hopefully things will work out. Fingers crossed.
Here's hoping.
So until that next Hyrule Warriors episode that I was talking about earlier, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. And oh my god, I can't remember my thing. Hold on, no, I got it. Hold on. I got it. Hold on. Thank you so much for joining me today. Oh my god, I can't remember. I feel like I say something else and then I say, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you hated this video, hit that dislike button. And either way, hit subscribe. I feel like there's something in between the two, but I can't remember what it is. My god. Editor me is gonna have so much work to do. But I do mean it. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you hated this video, hit that dislike button. And either way, hit subscribe. And, thanks so much. Bye-bye. This video has been a mess. It's just been a big old silly mess.
It's just a big old silly mess.